Hello, everyone. I'm Apostolis from Eurovisionfun, and today we have here together with us the one and only Nus.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure talking with you about Eurovision. And of course, in a few days, we're gonna be together in Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I can't believe it's here. I cannot believe it. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But yeah, I think we're all getting very excited now. It's really
Yes.
kicking off.
It's finally time for Eurovision 2023. It's finally
Yeah,
here.
yeah, finally.
So let's begin with like an overall thought about this year. How do you like this year maybe compared to last year? You like the songs in general?
I think it's better than last year, personally. I resonate with the songs way more. And it was funny because it started off, I think, with a lot of us being, oh, this is a really bad year, or this isn't
Yes.
very strong, because the beginning, it was a little bit like those songs that were coming out weren't the strongest this year, in my opinion. But now things that have completely unveiled itself, and we've got these iconic numbers, in my opinion. Like, I just feel like this year is filled with such unique songs, and it seems that countries are actually trying very, very hard. Those that weren't really in the past, they definitely are now a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, like the UK's hosting it, and like we have a song still that's pretty good. And who would have thought that a few years ago? Do you know? So yeah,
Yes,
I really like the way that it shaped up this year, for sure.
I agree. I agree with you. I think that this year's songs are better than last year's,
Yeah.
but still, 2021 keeps that high of quality of song for me personally. Like it's one of my favorite years, 2021. But this year is also super strong.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
So, I would love to ask you what's your most listened song or songs from this year's edition?
Oh,
Personally, for you, the song that you keep listening through this month.
yeah. Oh, okay. There is two, but there's one I think that has not stopped like affecting me the same way as when I first listened to it, and that's France. I just absolutely love this song so much. Like, I don't know, there's something about it that just has a nostalgia feel to it for me, but also so powerful and empowering. Like, and every time I listen to it, I go on my runs and I listen to it, and it always gets me in a really good mood to like just go for it. So yeah, I think I would say France.
For me, France goes in the next category that we're gonna talk, like the biggest
Okay.
grower. I like the song from the beginning,
Yeah.
but I can see this top five finishing top five on the grand final right now. I think she has something so unique, so impeccable, the way she performs. She's a star, and I think this will translate in the Eurovision stage as well. And people are gonna vote for her.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Your biggest grower,
Slovenia. I
Slovenia.
didn't think it would affect me, the song, at all, to be honest. And then like I watched, no, because I watched the live performance after I watched the music video. And I was just like, oh my God, these guys know what they're doing. And then I saw them live, and I was just like, yeah, no, the song is really good. And I like my rock songs. This is my favorite rock song this year now. Um, and yeah, it went from like my bottom 10 to like my like top left-hand side, for me, straight away. And I really could see this doing really well too, because of the boys' charisma and just their energy. And the song is really good, in my opinion, and I feel like anyone could enjoy it. It's not too intense as well. So yeah, I think that would be for me.
Also, I agree with you. I keep listening and watching the live performance. And when I make my friends see the Eurovision entries, like not the music video, not the music video, was the live performance because the singer and the whole band has something, I don't know, that charisma in the way they're performing live. Do you
Yeah.
see them finishing top 10 on the final? Mm.
I
Hard.
don't know about that, but it could at the same time. I really don't know. It all depends on the staging and what the other like songs are doing. Because we all know how different things go down when it actually comes to the actual staging of these performances. Things will change, so it could happen. There's potential, but I
Yes.
don't know if it's super likely. Like, we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, the rehearsals are super close, or in a few days, we're gonna have a first taste about the staging. And of course, I have to ask you my favorite question, your guilty pleasure of these years. I have two in mind. I have two
Yeah.
guilty pleasures in mind. I can share the one. My first guilty pleasure this year is Belgium. At first, I didn't like the song. I was rooting for someone else from the national final, but I keep listening to that song while I'm driving on the car. And I smile, I dance, I will
Yeah.
dance because of you.
Yes.
It's such a
Oh, it's
good
so good.
energy song. You like it?
Yeah, yeah, I love it. It's the same with me. It's one of my guilty pleasures too. I think I was talking with the Eurovision tea people yesterday, and we're just saying like nobody is really talking about Belgium, but it's actually a
Yes.
banger. Like it is a banger, and like it's just classic house. How can you go wrong with that? You just can't go wrong with house music, and I think house music always is so empowering. Again, and like just uplifting. This song is very uplifting, and I think Gustav's going to do an absolutely amazing job with it. So I agree.
And I'm seeing right now the running order of Belgium. And
Yeah.
before Belgium, we have like Armenia, Romania, and Estonia.
Yes.
So it's a banger.
It's going
And
to
it
bring
would
the
def
life back. It's going to bring the life back into that semi, I think, personally. And
yes,
especially, yeah, after Estonia. Not saying Estonia is bad in any way, but Estonia is a ballad. It's quite slow. People are going to definitely be a little bit more calmed down, and they're going to be wanting and craving something a little bit more spicy. And I
yes.
feel like Belgium is actually going to have it. If it wasn't for that placement, I actually think that Belgium wouldn't have much of a chance because of just the way, like, if it was
And
semi-final one,
also,
I
yes,
don't.
and also in the semifinal too, as I can see, the first half of the running order, it's like the only clear banger, clear pop song, uplifting pop song, because then we have like Denmark, which it's a pop song, but not that of a banger dance
Yeah,
about. Iceland, Cyprus, all like pop mid-tempo songs. So
yeah.
Belgium is gonna do the arena crazy on the semifinal.
Yes.
So I think we'll do well. Do you have another guilty pleasure this
Yes,
year?
I do. I do. I do. It is, of course, I can't not mention this, and that is Croatia. Mama, Mama,
Okay.
Mama. It's just, from the moment I heard this song, I was like, this is a bit of me. Like it's crazy, it's different. You have no idea what the heck is going on, but in a good way. Like I feel like it's meant to take you on a bit of a confusing journey. That's the whole point of the song. Like, it's not meant to just be a joke. I know that there's so many meanings behind the song as well, but at
Yes.
the end of the day, it's a song to say don't take life too seriously. Don't listen to these idiots in the world that are doing these stupid things, and let's have a bit of fun. And I think that that's what the world needs is right now is just a bit more fun. And that's what I like love about Eurovision. He can bring these songs that you would never ever see anywhere else, and
Yes.
you couldn't see anywhere else. And I do love this song. It's just so much fun. So yeah.
I love Croatia, but I'm like a big question mark. Like I don't know if the audience will appreciate it and vote for this or take it more like a joke entry. And I don't know what will happen with Croatia this
Yeah.
year. I can see this like either top 10 on the grand final. On the other hand, like finishing bottom on the semi-final. I have no idea what will happen with this entry.
Yeah.
And that's good
We have
about
no idea.
Eurovision. And
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I
It
have,
keeps you on your toes. It keeps you on your toes.
yes. And also, I will put a little bit one of a guilty pleasure. Mine personally, I have Albania. I love the Albanian entry
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
Albania's lovely.
And nobody's talking about Albania this year. Like everyone has them like no qualification for Albania. And I keep hoping that Sasa will do the staging and puts everything together with the whole family
Yeah,
and give us something good because her vocals are amazing. And it's one of the few ethno Balkan bops we have this year.
yeah.
And I know you love ethnic bops. I know you do.
I know, of course I do. They're just like, I feel very connected to them. So especially this song has got those moments too. Like, you're everything you said is everything I believe in too, because I love her voice. I think that the revamp was definitely better for me than
Yes,
the original.
upgraded. Yes.
Yeah, and I think that people were very off put by that first national selection performance that they did, but I think they could pull this together, and I think it could qualify. I think there's a potential there, like for sure, and I hope so, because they need, like you said, we don't have any really ethno bops at all this year.
Yes.
So to have that in there, it would just make the final a lot more exciting. So yeah, I agree.
And everyone is talking about the first semifinal because all the odds favorite, the fan favorites are on the first semifinal. But personally, I believe that the second semifinal is going to be way more interesting because it's so open. We don't have clear favorites like, okay, Austria, Armenia, Georgia. But at the same time, it has so many spots for so many countries. So it's
Yes.
going to be way more exciting to see the results on the second semifinal because on the first one we know like Norway, Finland, Sweden, Israel all are gonna make it to the final. Do you
Yeah.
have a favorite song like crazy of the second semifinal? Your favorite song of the second semifinal as we're talking about Albania?
Oh my goodness. Favorite song. I think
Austria.
yeah, I think Austria could be my favorite in this one. How did you know? Yeah, it's the one that I think
All
this is a dark horse for me, and for everyone as well, because I love this song, and it's the second most played song, I think, or third for me. It's funny because I actually listened to this the first time and I was like, this isn't catchy. And then I'm like, what am I saying? Like, am I mentally not well? Like,
yes.
how could I sing this? Like, it's such a catchy song. It's so good. And yeah, I think this is going to do very well.
I'm waiting for us to do the choreo in Liverpool. Like I
Yeah.
want to do that part with the pop. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Bring it on.
Yes.
Bring it on.
Okay, we're gonna have a TikTok about that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
promise. So, of course, UK is hosting. How do you feeling about the Eurovision coming to the UK and to Liverpool?
Oh, oh my gosh. It's like a weird dream right now because I never thought this would ever happen. And it's so soon anyway. I was thinking maybe in 10
Yes.
years' time. So it's really nice that it's in my like home country. And like in Liverpool as well, because I love Liverpool. Like my Hindu, like with my girls before I got married, I went to Liverpool, and that's a very special place for me because of that. I've got so many good memories there anyway. And now Eurovision's going there. It's going to be amazing. It does feel like being here right now. There's so much hype, and I would have never thought that the UK would ever care so much about Eurovision because
Yes. They're doing
haven't in
so much. They're doing
so
extremely
much.
well so far.
Yes, they are, and I'm very impressed
Let's
actually.
hope for the best show. Let's
Yeah.
hope.
Imagine we can't say too much and jinx it and go there, something bad happens. But no, I think it's gonna be really good, and I can feel the energy surrounding it in people that don't ever watch Eurovision here. I'm having people
Yes.
come and telling me, and it's all over the radio. They're playing Eurovision music on the radio. Like, what is going on? Like, this never ever has happened before in the UK for me, anyway.
And
So
of
yeah,
course,
I'm excited.
some days ago we have the big reveal of the stage. Two questions for you. First of all, how do you feel about the stage? your first impression of the stage? And second, tell me about that moment with the king and the button. Tell me about it.
Oh, we cannot forget the sausage fingers that missed the button. Yeah. So my first glance is, yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything that was like, oh, it's extraordinary. I think it looks like a great Eurovision stage to me, and I
Yes.
think they did a good job in that aspect. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think it looks good, and I think that it will do the job, you know. Like, I think once we see the rehearsals as well, and we see how the lighting's doing, we'll get a little bit better of an idea. Like, you remember last year with that sun that stopped working, you know, like you never know what's going to happen until you start
Yes.
seeing things unfold. So, yeah, I'm excited to see it in action. And it was very funny to see the King and Camilla doing that. They were just so out of their comfort zone. I was dying. I was like, do they even know what they're getting themselves into right now? Like,
And of
it was
course,
really funny. But
that was the first time ever we had a moment like reveal of the staging. Has never happened before. This year, the UK is doing, and the BBC is doing this for the first time, and bringing the king.
yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Who would have thought about bringing them to reveal the staging? It's
I
crazy.
know, I know. And I think it's because his coronation is next Monday. So I think
Yes,
we're going to be in Liverpool. So I think they maybe wanted to do something with him
yes,
to kind of, I don't know, commemorate him. I don't know, but it was a historic moment. So
yes.
it was really cool, really cool.
And of course, as you said before, you've been to Liverpool, so you are going to be a tour guide
Yeah,
for all the Greeks coming there.
of course. I have to show you all the good bars, clubs, and like
Of
food
course,
places.
of course, you know, we're gonna have some fun there.
Oh
And
yeah.
now, of course, we need to talk about our countries in this year. First of all, let's talk about the UK a little bit because UK is coming back also strong this year. How
Yeah.
do you feel about Mare?
Oh, I love her. I think she's just such a nice girl, like from what I can gather.
Yes,
And I think that she's probably the best fit for this year's contest for the UK. I mean, whether technically we're not hosting, but we are hosting. So, like, you know, on behalf of Ukraine and everything. So I think that if we had a song that was 100% a winner, I mean, I don't know how likely that would have been, but
yes,
I think this is a top 10 potential song as well. I really like this song. It's been playing a lot here, so I'm trying not to listen to it as much as it's being played because I don't want to get sick of it by the time it gets to, you know, Liverpool. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think this song is a pretty good pop song, very UK sounding song.
yes, yes,
So in that sense, I think she really is the perfect fit for this year. And yeah, I'm excited to see how she does it because she was great when I saw her at London Eurovision party. She was really, really good. And she got the audience's attention. Like she's born to do this. So no, I'm
yes.
excited.
I love the song. I'm kind of nervous about her live performance. I want to see how she will stage the song,
Yes.
but I think that UK may end up like top 10
Yeah.
or at least like 10 to 15. The worst scenario is that. I don't think that the UK is gonna come back to like the bottom of the list. No
No,
way this year.
no. They wouldn't. There's no way. There's no way.
So moving on to Armenia. I don't have to say a lot. Armenia is like my top three. I love Armenia. It's my absolute favorite this year. After Loreen, it's my most favorite song of this edition. Your thoughts about Armenia?
It's so funny because like everyone's asking me because it's everyone's favorite. Like everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And look, I have a problem with the song. I actually really like it, but I didn't resonate with it as much as like, for instance, most other people. And I
Yes,
don't know if it's because I wish there was more Armenian in it. And because that end bit is so powerful, that end Armenian like ending just it
my
just it
favorite, my favorite part of the song is like the after the rap, the R&B
yes,
part, when the chorus hits and then the Armenia come
yes,
together. I'm like dead.
yeah. Yeah, and it really is powerful that bit. And I think maybe in a way it's done like that to bring more of an impact to the song. And I guess if it was all in Armenian, it wouldn't have so much of that at the end. But at the same time, the instrumentals there are just amazing. So anyway, I have a love-hate relationship with the song just because of that. And I am also not huge into rap or hip hop, and I know her stuff is like that. That's what brunette's
More
music is.
R&B, yes.
Yeah. So it's just a personal taste thing. I don't think it's anything to do with her talent. Her talent's amazing. She is going to do an amazing job. And I know that her performance will probably elevate how I feel, because I know she is very good on stage and she's done this for a long time. So
Yes.
I think they're going to do very well. I do think they're going to do very well.
I
Besides
was
how,
yes,
yeah.
I was kind of mad when I saw the second position. Like, why? What? For I can see this like closing the semi, like on the first half, putting them behind Denmark on the second death, as we call it, slot. It's kind of weird, but I don't think Armenia won't qualify. It's impossible to not qualify.
Yeah, it's impossible. There's
Yes,
not even a question in my mind that they
yes.
would.
Then on this half, we also have Cyprus because we
Kybros, Kybros.
Kypros, of course, Kypros. How do you feel Andrew Andrew Lambrew?
I think he's so good looking. I'll tell you that. He's a good looking man.
He's
But
he's
yeah, yeah, he is very good looking. But let's get serious about the song. It's I think it's got some really catchy elements. Like the chorus is really catchy, and I like it. But I think Cyprus is moving again. We're going back to tradition. I think Cyprus is. I think we'll talk about Greece as well, but they're moving away from what I think used to make them so powerful, and that
yes.
was the more traditional stuff. And I know last year, with Andra Rush, it was a very traditional song, and it didn't do so well. So maybe they're worried if they send something like that again, it's going to happen again. But I think he's still going to qualify. I don't think that he won't. I think he's in this semi. I mean, as you said, it's very unpredictable, but
Yes.
I think that he's going to qualify. And I think that depending how his live performance does, because I've heard that he performed in Australia Decides or something like 2 years ago or a year ago, and he like couldn't hit the high notes. And this song does have high notes that are like
I
quite.
think that he will deliver live because the Australian entry was more of EDM track, like more dance track.
Yeah,
So with this kind of ballad stuff, I think he can pull this off. Um, I agree with you, but I'm glad that Cyprus this year is taking a step back on the female singers with ethnobobs. Like,
True. That's true. That's very true.
okay,
Yes.
we can see this. Okay, Cyprus can deliver like Eleni Fureira, Tamta, Eleni Tsagrinou, Andromachi last year. But okay, we need to see something different this year.
Yeah. No, I completely get where you're coming from. It is nice to have a guy like Armenia also just sends females all the time. I mean, it works
Yes.
most of the time. That's what they keep. But yeah, no, in that aspect, I do like this song. I don't dislike a lot of the songs. I think I like a lot of them, and I think it's one of those summer kind of pop songs you're just gonna hear, and it's decent. It's a decent song.
Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about Greece. Victor Vernikos, what they say. Your thoughts about the song?
This one I'm not a fan of. As much at all, actually. I mean, I'd listen to it. It's okay, but it's not doing anything for me at
Yes,
all. And I think it's just I feel bad for him because he's so young, right?
yes, like
And
16.
oh my God, like okay, he's got great talent then, but like, it's just like I think it's kind of unfair to send him this year. I don't know why. I just feel like the competition is just so crazy this year, and the songs are very diverse, as I was saying. So, how is this going to stand out from those other songs
Yes,
that are very like punchy? So, yeah, yeah, nothing
because
against.
the song is good, but it's not the greatest.
Yes,
Okay, let's be
yes.
honest. It's not like the greatest song this year, but I hope for as a Greek, I hope that the audience and the juries, if we make it to the final, will appreciate the young age, the good vocals, because he has a great voice, and the fact that he wrote himself the song about anxious and about himself tells a lot. And if the audience translates to that and have a connection, like with a young guy singing about kind of serious stuff, I think we can do well. How well? Unknown.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if this is even going to qualify at this point. So we'll see. We will see. This one's a tough one because I love Greece and I obviously want them to succeed. It's not that,
And he will be alone on the stage.
Yeah, completely. Like he's not gonna have anything else.
No. Just him, like, and give the spotlight on his emotion and through the song.
Okay.
And let's hope. Let's hope it goes well all together.
Yes. Let's hope.
And one quick last question, because I know you love Greek entries and Cyprus entries. What's your favorite Greek entries from the past? Like your absolute banger from Greece?
That's a really hard question, man. There's so many good ones. But I think the one that me and my family, like, or me and my dad especially, you remember Oppa?
Yes.
Hey, da, 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 da. Oh my God, I love that one. It's just something so like fresh off the boat, but in a good way with this one. Like, and my family, like every time it comes on and go crazy. So I think for like just us and like memories wise, that's always going to be the one that does it for me. But there's so many good ones, like there's a list, I need to go through it and tell you. But like,
I'm glad that Oppa was like the highlight and come out of your words. Like, okay, I didn't expect that. I was kind more of Elena Paparizou, Kalomira, something like, I was expecting something more like that.
I mean, it's up there too. But like, it's just, I like this song so much in the way that we would say that, like, there's a word that he goes, I can't remember the lyrics, but there's a word that sounds like bizelia, which means peas in Armenian. So we would say the Armenian sounding one, and like patania, which is a blanket in Armenian. Those are not the words in Greek, I know, but like we would say them as if they were the Armenian ones. And that's why it's not, it's just every time it comes on, it just gives me those memories. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, don't get me wrong, there's so many other ones that I would listen to.
And of course we're gonna dance Oppa in the Euroclub in Liverpool in a few days and live our best life. Thank you so much for this. And I can't wait to meet you in person in Liverpool.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's going to be the biggest like Eurovision reunion with everyone. And we're going to have such a good time. And I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
Thank you so much. See you in Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you.